Hello, and welcome to our Avatar Legends role-playing game here on the Shadows of Nox Twitch stream. My name is John Blair, also known as Chunky Love here on the Shadows of Nox Discord. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to play this game of Avatar Legends with all of the players here. We'll go through and do a little bit of introductions in just a second. But yeah, so at first I wanted to kind of set the scene and do a little bit of a Avatar-esque intro. So here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Fire, air, water, earth. Across all four nations, rumors are spreading of spiritual corruption and turmoil. Dark forces lurk in the shadows, twisting the once benevolent spirits that guard and balance nature. Oh, I can hear myself on someone else's thing. Villages tremble under the threat of strange attacks as fear and uncertainty take root at the hearts of the people. Amid the chaos, a small group of unlikely friends emerge, drawn together by fate and a shared quest for knowledge and truth. As they venture into the heart of mystery and danger, they must confront their own fears and doubts, discovering the strength that lies within themselves. With every challenge they face, they inch closer to unraveling the secrets that threaten their world. Will they restore balance before it's too late? Or will the shadows consume everything they hold dear? All right. And with that, we can start character introductions. So the first one I see is Clock. If you want to go first, you can go ahead and do that. Tell us about your character and any other things you do here on the Shadows of Nox page.
Hi there, my name is Joe, also known as Clockwork Tuba. You can find me both on Twitch and YouTube under that name, and pretty much across all socials. Here on Shadows of Nox, I am doing this stream and Shadowruns on the other Tuesdays. I was in the Sunday night Call of Cthulhu game and hope to be again if it picks up on that same night. And I'm in a handful of the assorted fun stuff that are coming out for October, which I believe if you go to the Discord, the casting call is still open and there are still spots available. Always fun stuff. Tonight I am playing Po Li Shen, whose playbook is the Elder, who is basically the beleaguered, dad of this group, unfortunately, who is not a bender at all, but instead is an accomplished swords fighter.
Awesome. Yeah, you told me that your character inspiration lines very much with Uncle Iroh from the original series, so I'm excited to see how you translate that into his sword play. Up next, I've got Lottie. Lottie.
Hi. It's me, Lottie Ella West. You can find me on socials at Lottie Ella West. I do stuff here on Shadows of Nox, like the Power Rangers podcast. I was in that Cthulhu game. I do Being Villainous 101, where I play Ermengarde Weiss, a little goblin obsessed with beauty. And I will be your GM for a fun little Star Trek one-shot that I'm working on. I'm really excited to do that. And I don't know if there's anything else to say. Oh, I'm playing Dole Raleigh, who is a swamp bender from the Foggy Bottom Swamp. And I'm so excited to get going. Her and her companion, Bao Bao, the possum chicken, are here to have a lot of fun.
Awesome. Up next, I've got Grim.
Hello. I am Grim. You can catch me here doing a few things this now, as I am playing the firebender Masaru, who is also secretly discovered in a rare technique. You'll find out what it is. I am the GM for Being Villainous. With slight correction for Lottie, we have entered part 2 of season 1, so it's actually Being Villainous 102.
102.
Right. Sorry. I'm enjoying being the GM for that. We're taking a short recording hiatus for spooky season. You'll be able to catch me not this week, but next week, running the anniversary game for. I'm running an older game called Chill. Few people here are actually playing, so this will be some fun stuff. Hopefully, the players have fun, and we can see what happens there. And I'm on Power Rangers. I'm in the podcast. I'm in for season 3. You know, I wasn't cool enough to be part of season 1 and season 2. And I'm playing in Centurion Ridge, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Do you want to tell a little bit about your character?
All right, yeah. I'm the Firebender. I'm the Prodigy. And because I'm the Prodigy, I know a secret technique, which everybody knows later on that it exists. But whereas with the time frame we're playing in, it's still one of those hush hush. Not a lot of people know. I can shoot lightning.
Ooh, I'm excited to see where that might come in.
He's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
Coming up next, we have Kit.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kit. I'm in a number of the one-shots here for spooky season, at least hopefully, unless I get kicked out for saying terrible, terrible things. Still think one of these days I'm going to get Isabis to let me play the alien instead of having to be one of the dumb humans, but whatever. Maybe next time. I am also in the Being Villainous 102, since we've been corrected, game, playing my Owlin Necromancer, who is definitely for sure not doing anything that's a problem. Don't worry about it. Perfectly fine. And in this game, I am playing Sister Chimay of the Western Air Temple, an icon of the Order of the Moth Tiger, and I am joined by my lovely Sky Bison Trinket.
No.
Yeah, I get to be everybody's bride.
Well, you're probably going to need it. This is a very large and expansive world, and you might have to go places far away from where you're starting at right now.
Well, that's why I went with Sky Bison instead of, like, Walrus Yak, which is another option on the list.
Walrus Yak also feels like the kind of thing a waterbender would have.
Walrus yak?
I can, and I chose to go a different way with
I'm
it.
sorry, but I have to take Walrus Shack as a band name for something. I'm not sure what kind of music Walrus Shack plays, but
Ska. It's for ska.
it's just 10 people with trumpets.
It's Mongolian ska, though.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, who
With the
knows?
third
Maybe
singing?
on your adventures, you guys might come across a traveling group of musical artists who go by the Walrus Yaks. Who knows? That could be a thing in the future.
Can you milk a walrus yak?
we're not having
Not
that.
safely.
That is not a conversation we're having. We are moving on.
We're just moving on.
I think we have to go with it.
Moving on to Rez. You are last. person.
It's Reason. Hi, I'm Reason. You can find me here on the Shadow of Nox. I do lots of things on here occasionally. I'm every other Tuesday I'm doing the Shadowrun. Every other Tuesday I'm doing this. And then I'm in a lot of one-shots for spooky season coming up. Stay connected to the Shadow of Nox to find more of me, unless I get kicked out and banned forever because of my walrus milk.
Walrus milking. I love it.
Never say that again.
I didn't know how long it was going to take this episode to go into chaos, and it seems like it has already. So
We haven't even technically started.
you haven't even technically.
Hi, I'm playing Cha. His name is Cha Mu, which means tea tree. He is an earthbender, and I took the pillar playbook. So hopefully he'll bring some sort of balance or chaos to this
Unlikely.
group.
Unruly group.
Yes,
request
Walrus
reassignment?
chaos. What? Look, the walrus cheese will be ready in 3 months.
No, we are not. That's not.
You said milk.
Not the
And I didn't
walrus
say milk.
cheese.
Do we have like an opening credits thing? Or just kidding.
Cut. We've been pulled from Twitch because of Walrus.
Walrus dairy products has to violate TOS somehow.
And if it doesn't, it will now.
All right. Because the viewers were not privy to our session 0, where we kind of discussed everyone's how everyone kind of got together, I do have a brief sort of synopsis based on where the characters are going to be finding themselves at the beginning of this session. So, in the wake of a brutal attack by a corrupted guardian spirit, Senlin Village, which is where you guys are at, it's on sort of the coast of the Earth Nation, the west coast of the Earth Nation there, lies in disarray. Once a vibrant community nestled amidst lush greenery, this village now bears scars of chaos. Fractured homes and shattered pottery litter the streets, remnants of the frantic struggle that unfolded. The air is heavy with a sense of unease, and the whispers of frightened villagers echo through the narrow pathways. The once bustling marketplace, filled with laughter and lively trade, has fallen silent. Merchants, once eager to showcase their wares, now cower in fear, uncertain of what the next day will bring. The villagers, their faces drawn and weary, gather in small groups, sharing hushed conversations about the attack and the fate of the village. At the heart of the village, an ancient willow tree stands resilient, its branches swaying gently in the wind, a symbol of hope amidst despair. Nearby, a small group known as, tentatively, the petals of the lotus, the lotus petals, along with several villagers, tend to the wounded guardian spirit, now stripped of its malevolent influence, but still weakened from the attack. They work tirelessly to heal its injuries and restore its strength, hoping to rekindle the bond between the spirit and the village. The elders, once revered for their wisdom, now wear expressions of deep concern, knowing that the corruption of the guardian spirit may have far-reaching consequences. As the dust settles and the villagers begin to regroup, our players find themselves at a crossroads with the fate of Senlin Village and possibly the world at large hanging in the balance. What course of action will they take in this aftermath? So I want everyone to kind of go through and tell me, where are you? Where do you think your character would be in this moment? What are you trying to help with rebuilding the village? Are you thinking about investigating maybe the spirit temple that is up near the outskirts of the village, where the guardian spirit had come and tried to, well, did come and definitely succeeded in wreaking some havoc. What are you guys up to? Anyone want to start?
I'm going.
Sure, I'll be willing to start. Sister Chime is specifically from an order about trying to help with disasters and dark spirits, so would definitely be trying to investigate how this happened. How can it be prevented? What's going on?
Sure, there's not much that the elders can tell you. There's Elder Jinhai. She is a spiritual leader of the village. She's one of the she's like the oldest and most respected figure in the village. And she you can tell that she's lived a long life trying to, like, keep order between the spirits in the village. And she's done a pretty good job up until now. She's not sure what happened and what could have caused the spirit to become so unruly. She says that maybe there's some sort of maybe you might want to check out the ruins of the temple, or maybe there was someone else who had seen what had happened there, but so far she's just as confused as everybody else in the city so far.
Thank you for your assistance, honored elder. I will go there to investigate. And Sister Shime will, in fact, head towards the ruined shrine to see if there was anybody who saw anything, or to investigate the area in general.
All right. Anybody else want to talk about where they're at right now, or
so Poli Shen started off by, like, working like not quite like a soup kitchen type thing, but the equivalent of making sure people were getting food. And I think in the standard way of how every grumpy old person who doesn't want to deal with kids goes, he is now dealing with all of the children of the town. And they basically just kept on latching on to him as he was trying to help out. And so eventually he got fed up and has now organized them into his tiny little gremlin army of just like when people need help, he's sending kids to like go and like carry groceries to people's houses. And he's got them organized in races to like sweep up and down, like, to help like get debris out. And he's like, it started of the like just the sigh of the frustration, but then the realization of, well, someone has to, get these. If these kids are going to be hanging around, I'm going to put them to work, and we'll all be doing it together. So basically, it's just he's handing out food to people while sending like little kid runners around to like, like tell people things, to send messages to Cha and to the other members of his group that he came with. And he's basically just in a gaggle of chaotic kids that he is like. And I think it, as will be indicative of this campaign, we see him doing the line of, I've just got to get through today. If I get through today, I don't have to deal with any more children, no more chaos. Things will calm down. I've just got to get through the day. And like that's his mantra as he's like passing out food and doing that kind of stuff.
Sure, awesome. I love that. I will say there's one member of your child squad that is acting a little bit out of turn. He's kind of taking the food you're giving him to give to other people, and you notice he sneaks a little bit of it for himself and is putting it in his bag and not bringing it to where you want him to. You tell him to go sweep. He starts to kind of like move around and try to dip out of the work as soon as he doesn't see anyone's eyes on him.
Can I get the feeling, is he doing it like from a position of he just doesn't want to do the work, or is he doing it from a position of he is tired and hungry and maybe doesn't have the same kind of stamina the rest of the kids have of being like that?
No,
5-year-old going like crazy?
it's less that, and it's more of just this kid's kind of known throughout the town as a little bit of a rule breaker. He's not really one to follow authority. He's not really interested in the well-being of the village. He often sneaks out of the village and past curfew and does thing and goes to places where he probably shouldn't be. So yeah, you know his name is Shu, by the way. Shu is his name.
Does he have a brother named Doc?
He has a cousin named Sock. No, I'm kidding.
Never put Shu and Stock together. It's never a good look. No. I'm trying to see if I can finagle my ability already. So I can intimidate people as long as I am trying to protect the vulnerable of the weak. Can I protect Shu from himself and scare him straight?
Always fun to work in your soup kitchen.
I mean, well, that's the problem, is that he's not. Like, I put him to work and then turn around. When I turn back around, he's that. I think instead of... You know what? I'm gonna make this Cha's problem. Cha's the new leader of the squad, so this can be Cha's problem. I'm going to kneel down in front of Shu and whisper so the other kids can't hear and say, I have a very important assignment for you. This is an assignment above all else that will bring you renown and make you a great and powerful warrior.
I'm listening.
You are to find Shamu and be his what's the military term? The aide de camp as he is taking charge of the situation. He will need someone he can trust. I only offer you this because I know that you are a capable and resourceful individual. If you don't believe that you can do it, I can find someone. I start to stand up and leave to I can find someone else.
Well, okay. I would like to ask, are you trying to trick Shu into doing what you're asking, or are you trying to plead with him?
Sounds like he's trying to trick him to me.
Which one uses harmony? No.
Neither.
Probably not. I think it is more along the lines of he's trying to he's doing it for his own good, but yeah, probably trying to trick him and trying to get him to view the job as being something more important.
All right. I'm gonna take a trick roll from you.
Which
That is with your creativity.
Oh, good. I get 0 to that. I'm not creative. I'm a grumpy old man.
Could be worse.
Everything is in harmony. Boop.
Oh, okay.
Booyah, I would say.
Nice.
In fact, yes. For those playing along at home, I just got an 8, which is a hit.
Nice.
All right, and on a 8, you let me see here. All right, on an 8, on a hit, they fall for it and do what you want. So
Never doubt my grandfather.
on
powers.
a 7 to 9, they act foolishly. The GM tells you an additional opportunity they give you. They overcommit. They're deceived for some time. They stumble and take 1 forward to acting, a +1 forward to acting against them. I'm gonna say that you hit. So he's gonna do what you say. He's not kind of on the he probably doesn't notice that you're trying to trick him. So he's gonna go and do what you ask of him. And of these okay, we're just gonna start because I'm not 100% sure on how to finish that roll, but we're gonna go with that. So okay, she's gonna go up to she was gonna head up to our friend Chamu.
Yeah.
And what did you want Shu to do for you again?
To basically, in order to stop him from doing work that's quote unquote beneath him, he's going to be Cha's aide de camp. So basically, doing the same thing probably that I would have told him to do, but instead this way it's A,
right.
making it Shaw's problem, and B, treating it as you are going to be helping out these military officers kind of situation.
He's passing the problem along.
Exactly. I am no longer in charge of this squad. This is supposed to be Shaw taking over. So
First test of many.
Your first test is a child.
It's basically
Petulant child.
Police Shan is doing the work until things get frustrating, and then remembering he's not in charge anymore. He doesn't have to deal with this, and pushing it on to to Sha.
All right. So she was gonna head up to Cha and just be like, "Ugh, that old guy told me that I have to hang out with you now. Do you have any stupid jobs for me to do?"
There is no stupid job here. Your
What does it
town is
matter?
Your town's in chaos. Everything matters. Even the smallest thing that you do.
Whatever.
It's time to put you to work.
I hate this stupid town. Wish that spirit would have just wrecked the whole place.
Do you really?
Yeah. I want to
Kill
get out of
everyone?
here. I don't want to
Well, if
live
it-
here anymore.
If it wrecked the whole place, you might not be here.
I mean, anywhere's better than here.
This isn't too bad. There are other places. Have you been to the temple?
No, we're not allowed to go to the temple. The elders told me
Oh.
I'm not supposed to head up there, so I don't
Well,
ever go there.
I have an important job for you. I need you to run to the temple and relay information from the temple back to me.
Okay.
It's of utmost importance. I need to know what they need. I need to know how much of it they need. And when they need it by.
Okay.
Can you remember to do those 3 things?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
sure.
I can send you back to Poli, and you can continue running meeker
no,
errands.
It's fine. I'll go and check on the temple and see what they need up there. That sounds like a sounds like a great idea, actually.
So I'm gonna take a little leaf. I'm gonna make it look like our petal. I'm gonna poke it through his shirt and be like, "Don't lose that. That lets you in and out of the temple and keeps you safe from the guardian. If you don't have it, the guardian will eat you. Go."
What? You're lying. And then he's gonna kind of like rush out the door.
I don't have time for you. Go.
All right.
Like,
Let
I'm
the
in my
kid
tent
go.
and I'm currently delegating like officers up this way. We need to patrol the temple. We also need a cleanup crew in the town, like, and then switching them in and out with rest breaks in between so that people can like catch up on sleep and get a bite to eat and then rotate back out. So he's on top of it for the moment. And now this child.
All right.
Holy Shen was like, you need to give this kid work.
I was like,
Basically.
okay,
Just like
Okay,
he's
all right.
working.
just
I
like
actually
Master
don't need
Poli
that
Shen taught me, I sent him away.
Yep.
All right.
I delegated him elsewhere. Probably to his
Grim?
death.
What are you up to? What are you doing in this situation? I know you came here with your mentor, who is currently a little bit battered up from the fight with the spirit.
Well, I was planning on, like, because I'm the youngest of the group, planning on, keeping the kids out of people's hair. But somebody else is doing that, and I'm gonna let the old man do that thing.
You could always come take these kids out of my hair. I will not.
No,
say
no, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you deal with it.
You're handling it fine, Poe. It's fine.
So what he's actually doing is he's taking care of he's paying special attention to the elderly of the town who were injured instead. So it's like, he's got them, they're his little army. I'm not going to be able to organize them that way because they like him more. But the elderly people, they'll appreciate the person who comes in and like helps them, like helps them go with, like, if they need to go out somewhere, like walks them to the next place. Mostly because he's channeling his master. He's got to do something, and training on your own when there's a town that's in ruins is really like weird. And I don't want to be
so
that
many
weirdo.
people with their grandson.
So he's basically like running errands for the old people, making sure they have tea and food and stuff like that. If they need something he's not comfortable with doing, he goes to find an adult who can help, because he's like, I'm not helping this old person bathe. Hey, Granny so and so needs help taking a shower, stuff like that. He's basically doing the point things that the smaller kids can't do, that are following Polishen around.
All right, so you're kind of hanging out with the rest of like sort of the military operation and just kind of like helping out with that sort
Pretty
of
much.
aspect at the moment, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
You're in the rotation. Don't worry.
Lottie, what's Dora doing right now? She just sort of stumbled on this village. She was on a little bit of her what do they call it when when oh my gosh, brain fart.
She was on a
Amish
pilgrimage.
people,
From
yes,
Spring Up.
when the Amish people, when they I cannot hear you. You are so low.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Yes.
Hey.
All right, that was weird because I had it the same way that I'd had the entire time. No, I said Rumspringa. Yeah, no, I'm on my little swampy Rumspringa.
Swampy Room
So-
Springer, huh?
That is my new drag name. Welcome to the stage, Swampy Rumspringa. Anyways,
So I feel like you kind of walked into this village just kind of on your little pilgrimage, and then all of a sudden there was this huge attack. What are you up to in this village right now?
well, I'm probably not going to get any of the stuff I was looking for to bring back. Well, you know, I'm always looking for little trinkets and stuff to kind of show off to people,
Sure.
especially back at the swamp because we're just a different kind of people. We're a different sort. So sometimes I like to show off things that'll be a little interesting. And obviously, when the entire village is in disarray, such as it is, I do not believe I will be finding such sorts of things. So I think I'm trying to keep a grasp on my possum chicken because he likes to wander about and he gets into trouble. But something could distract me, and Bao Bao runs off, and I am searching for him.
Sure. I don't know if we're gonna let Bao Bao run off just yet.
Okay.
You said you're
Well, I'll-
interested in trinkets. You like to bring
Yes.
little trinkets back to the swamp with you whenever you do return. There is a woman. She has her own little shop. Her name is Jai Yi. She's a woodworker. She's also pretty spiritually connected to this, like, I don't know, the spiritual energies of the village. She likes to make little crafty talismans and little things
Ooh.
out of, she likes to weave and create little little carvings and different sort of things for that she decorates the shrines and stuff with. And she sees you and she beckons you over. She says, excuse me, miss, could you come over here for a minute?
Why, hello there. What can I assist you with?
Oh, I was just wondering if you wanted to help me. You know, the temple is in such disarray, and I want to make sure that it's all cleansed of any sort of bad juju, as they might say. And she's gonna kind of look you up and down a little bit, maybe from where you're from. And I was wondering if you could help me. And she's gonna just kind of like fill your arms with a bunch of small things of different, like, I don't even know the words to call them, but little dangly sort of ornaments and talismans and things of that nature. Just
Keychains.
Crystals?
yeah, yeah, sure. Maybe some things like that to take up to the temple and sort of help sort of hang them up for good measure. I think that's kind of where she's
Well,
going.
I would be more than likely to assist you in this specific task at hand. I do know that I have incredible taste, so I will hang things up with the utmost care and diligence.
Wonderful.
So she's gonna traipse her little way up there,
Awesome.
probably like skipping. She's giving some Pippi Longstocking energy, just.
All right.
Pop it on up.
And if that's the case, I'm going to take a little bit of we're going to sort of head towards the temple. We're going to be kind of towards the temple and the ruins of the temple. And you guys walk up and you see Sister Chime. Sister Chime, what are you doing at the temple? Where are you looking? How are you trying to investigate?
First thing is, was there anybody here when I arrived?
I don't think anyone. No, there wasn't anybody there. Anybody who was here has long since gone.
Okay.
Nobody was there when you showed up. No.
Then the first thing would be to check out the temple and whatever setup they had for, I presume, venerating the local guardian spirit and seeing what it looks like, and if nothing leaps out for me there, just start trying to feel out the spirit vibes.
Absolutely. You do notice footsteps. There's definitely a few footsteps that lead away from the temple, but not in the direction of the village.
Okay, so like tracks.
Pretty much. Pretty
Uh,
much.
Do they look like full-grown adult, young child?
They look. I would say they're smaller. They're probably more like child's feet.
Okay, definitely can't have random children running around. That would be bad.
Says the slightly older child.
Shut up! I am the icon of an incredibly important order, and it's different for me. Anyways, I'd follow the tracks then.
Okay, sure. Suddenly, you notice that the tracks stop, and they stop right in front of a tree that is in the middle of this path. They don't seem to go around the tree or anywhere past it. They just kind of seem to stop there.
Okay. When you say it stops in front of, like literally right in front of, as in potentially a child has climbed the tree?
It's possible.
Right? Is there a child up the tree?
It's possible.
Also, like, how big is this tree? Actually, is probably a better first question. Is it a
I-
climbable tree?
It's a climbable tree. It's definitely a climbable tree. Yeah, there is a child on top of the tree. And he's sitting there and he's eating what looks like some of the rations that the military operation was trying to give out down at the village.
Well, then I'll call up. It's like, hello. I don't think you should be up there.
Who are you?
I'm Sister Chime. Who are you?
My name's Shu. You can't tell me what to do.
Gotcha. Punt the child into space. I've solved the problem forever. No.
And so
That's definitely the air nomad way to do things.
Of course. Make sure our problems are somewhere far away and don't think about them anymore.
why do you think the Aeronoma temples are all like high up and don't have anything around there? It's just prime punting real estate.
Why do you think we all learn how to fly on gliders? It's a safety precaution.
They were punted too many times as children.
You can only be yeeted off a mountain so many times before you learn how to fly. That's science. That's how evolution works.
But yeah, anyway, you see
Oh
Chu,
my
he's up
God.
there. He's just kind of kicking his feet on the branch, eating his extra share of rations. And he's really not interested in listening to you. You're an outsider. He doesn't really care what you have to say.
Let me for a moment. Or is this when our swamp minnow comes across me, like, yelling up at a tree?
Well, I mean, you have some options here. You can attempt to plead with him. You can attempt to guide and comfort him. Obviously, he's a child that is a little bit troubled, right? And also, he seems to have a good knowledge of the ruins and how to get up into trees. It's possible that he could have seen something
Intricately.
maybe the night before, since he likes to get out and not be where he's supposed to.
Sure. Well, based on how this is going so far, I'd say this is probably closer to plead, as I'm trying to get him down from the tree, please.
All right, I'll take a plead roll from you,
Yeah.
which is
That
your
is-
harmony.
Cool. I'm good at that, but not good enough.
Yeah, that is a miss. So
Back to
let me
mid.
just read this real quick. That is a miss. So
Mhm.
yeah, they're not really listening to you. They're just sitting up there. Um, j- just leave me alone.
I really can't do that. You're quite high up, and I don't think it's safe for you to be up there. I really can't do that. You're quite high up, and I don't think it's safe for you to be up there. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I don't know if anyone would notice that you're not where you're supposed to be. A lot of stuff going on right now.
There's nobody in town that cares about me anyway. Doesn't matter if I'm here or not. Doesn't matter if
Fine.
I'm there. Doesn't matter if I'm anywhere, really.
I'm sure that's not true. That doesn't seem right. And then I'll. At this point, I've been yelling up at a tree for a while, and then I'll go ahead and remember that I'm an airbender, and jump to the top of the tree in one jump with a little air boost.
Oh, he's gonna kind of sort of back up in his sort of seat a little bit. He's never seen anyone do that before, so he's a little bit taken aback by you.
I'm sure there's someone in town who cares about you and would be upset that you're gone. There's a very rare person that has no one.
Well, it's not like I have any parents. Just one of the orphans who runs around town. They don't really have anything for us to do. It's kind of boring here, honestly. The coolest thing that happened to this place was getting attacked by those. The coolest thing that happened was basically the spirit attacking everything.
Do you really feel that way? That it was a good thing that people got hurt? Can I try for a guide and comfort at this point?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if I do better at this, everybody.
Woo!
Woo!
No,
Watch
that's
terrible
just the
dice
click.
luck.
Come on. No, do the thing I want.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Hey, comfort, and you hit.
Joe, let's see.
Now I can choose to embrace your guidance.
Or-
I can choose to shut you down.
Then I get a condition. I
You get a
feel bad
condition.
about myself. But I then get to shift.
Yes, you do.
Or they could, actually stop.
I mean, this is she we're talking about.
It's
She is,
true.
in fact, the big
It's
bad
been here
of
for
this
it's
campaign.
been here for 10 minutes. We already all universally hate him. That's agreed, right? Right. All right. To space with him.
Shu is canonically the big bad of this campaign.
This whole time we never knew.
children, and how we murdered them.
We're off to a great start, everybody. I blame
I'm saying this because I know
Oh,
our
hold
GM will understand this reference, but this kid is giving. Don't bring me here anymore, all right?
Hold on. Did Chime just blame Poli Shen for this?
Oh,
And-
Kit's blaming Polish and Cha. This is both of you guys' fault. The buck has been passed to me, and it's Chime, unfortunately, has issues and can't just let it go like you two did.
That
It's
seems
just
like a
like-
Chime problem.
Okay. I'm gonna say
You're an air nomad. You should be all about letting things go.
I'll let you
Chu
go
kind
off.
of heard what you had to say, and he's kind of like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe like the town would like me more if I was a cool hero like you guys. But
Well,
I'm not really any of those things.
You're not any of those things yet. There's always you're young and there's still time, and maybe I can start today. Did you see anything? Is there anyone you could be helping? It doesn't have to be big.
You notice he kind of grips his little satchel a little bit. And right before he's about to answer you, you hear a sing-songy voice coming from the tip of the mountain, headed up towards the temple. It's the craftswoman, the woodworker, Jai, and her Padawan for the day, Dora. And she comes up and she's all whimsical, and she's kind of spinning around and doing a little chant as she puts up these little sort of talismans and relics all around the temple. Got to cleanse. I do love a good cleansing.
This is a good way to really suss out the energy of a place. So I agree. So what are we gonna do once we run out of these? Do you think that we should go down and get more, or just keep it on?
Well, we have to make sure that we set them up in the most spiritually spiritually precise way, in order to make sure that the energy that flows through the trees and through the wind is able to cleanse this place as perfectly as possible.
What's this NPC's name again?
Jai.
Okay, is Jai on Chad Wife TikTok?
Chad Wife TikTok.
I mean, Jai has jade
She
eggs.
is now.
She is very much just one of those, kind of like, I would almost describe her as, she's like that she's got like art teacher vibes. Do you know what I mean? She's very like,
she's a little kooky, but I like a little kooky. It's fun to occupy one's time with.
Sure. While we're up here at the temple, Dora, do you want to like look around at all? Do you want to?
Oh, I'm gonna be nosy. Nosy as all get out. I'm gonna be poking my little nose around, looking for things. As I'm hanging up stuff, I'm getting a good old glimpse of the place, while I'm also, just trying to see if anything else is going on.
Sure. Do you notice the two people talking in a tree right by you?
I mean, probably. I mean, I'm pretty used to looking up at trees because I got my kinfolk love to be hanging out in all sorts of big old banyan trees.
How about this? Do me a favor. Why don't you give me a assess the situation? Why don't you roll me a creativity?
Let's see what I got. I'm trying. I just hit the wrong button. Pardon me. Full hit.
Pretty good.
All right.
You still really tracks.
You get the option of asking me 2 questions.
All right.
These are your questions. What here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way in, out, or through? And who or what is in the greatest danger? Some of these don't really apply, but
Let's shoot all of them.
It's just you. Now, I was gonna see. There was like the question that you had that was like, Do you see the third one again? Because that's what I was thinking, and now in my brain.
what should I be on the lookout for?
What should I be on the lookout for? And I was gonna say who's in any sort of danger, because I don't know. Maybe this air nomad might be putting this kid into space.
It's Fine, that would mean the child's in danger, not me.
Well, I'm trying to see if this kid's in danger.
Oh, I guess.
The kid's not in danger. Who knows? It's possible that
He's up in a
Sister
tree.
Shine could be in danger. From him, who knows? I'm not going to say that anyone's really in danger. I will say what you should be on the lookout for is that the attack came from this place. You heard that there might have been someone might have been up here, and you notice as you kind of look around and you're hanging these things up, you notice that there is a little bit of a piece of cloth, piece of purple cloth that is kind of torn and has a little bit of a weird inscription on it, something you haven't seen before. It's of like it's a piece of purple fabric with a red like third eye.
Well, this is certainly curious. Can I acquire said piece of fabric?
Absolutely. Is there something you want to do with it? Or are you just gonna kind of hold on to it? Or
I was gonna like slide it in my pocket and see if I could find any information about it.
okay. I mean, you do have somebody who is near you that is kind of known throughout the village as knowing a lot of weird.
Oh yeah, I can bring it over to, Avatar Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay. You bring it over to Jai. Do you say
reason
anything to
Jai
her?
kinda likes to sell
How are you
candles.
presenting this piece of fabric to her?
I'm gonna go, while I was looking around and getting things all settled up for y'all's temple over here, I came across this curious little piece of tapestry, and I was wondering if you had any information about it because it has struck in my mind in such a way that I could not leave it alone. Doop. Holds it up just like I'm holding up my fidget toy.
She's gonna look at it and she's gonna take a look and she's gonna kind of touch it for a minute and she's gonna kind of shake it. She's gonna grab it, look at it, and then she's gonna, oh no, I cannot touch that. And she like throws it back in your face. She said that whatever that is, that has some sort of terrible energy coming off of it. Just absolutely just vile energy.
Oh. Well, that is you don't recognize the symbol at all? That's not striking anything in your brain?
It looks vaguely familiar. I can say I've seen a few sort of similar symbols as to that red third eye before, but nothing sort of like this. But every time this symbol comes up in any sort of spiritual scroll or anything, it's always bad news, bad luck, absolutely awful. Oh, I dread to think what this village is going to go through next.
Well, it looks like y'all already had a big old something nasty coming through, so perhaps it can't get much worse.
Perhaps. I'm gonna pivot back over to Chime. Chime, did you notice the other two people come in? Or are you not preoccupied with them? Are you still kind of hanging out with you and trying to get them out of the tree?
I probably would have noticed them, but I was actually waiting on the answer to the question from my guide and comfort. I asked them if there's anything they can think of that they could do to help right now. and then you mentioned that they clutched tighter to their bag, but
I
they never
did. I
actually
did. I
answered.
did. Yes. Sure. Okay.
They have to actually answer me honestly.
They do. Yeah. I mean, I might have seen some people around here last night I'd never seen before. They were kind of hanging around the temple. I kind of come up here when I kind of want to be alone and think. And they left this. And it's sort of like a token. It's a smooth piece of purple stone, and it's cracked down the middle. And if you put the two pieces together, there's a red eye in the center of it.
Righty. Then I will point down to the two new people and be like, well, how about we go talk to them about what you saw as well? See if they need any help. Because if you want to be a hero one day, it's little actions that lead to big things. There's no shame in wanting to be alone sometimes either. They teach us in the temple all the time to getting your head in order is very helpful. And will he in fact let me bring him down now?
Yeah, sure. We'll say that he's kind of warmed up to you, and he'll come down the tree with you. And
All right, then
meet up with the
I'll
others.
bring him down the airbender way, which is to just
immediately
jump.
drops him.
It's okay. It's all right. I control the air. We'll land softly-ish.
I just picture you grabbing the back of his shirt into a fist and then falling forward with him.
This is either gonna be really cool, or you're not gonna have to worry about anything anymore, kid.
Teach him
Well,
airbending, he can fly.
I'm really proud of you, Chime, even though we haven't technically met yet, just because you didn't smack this kid.
I haven't smacked this kid yet, but no, of course, she's an airbender. I am a pacifist.
Teach a kid to airbend, and they'll fly for the rest of their life. Push a kid out of a tree, they'll also fly for the rest of their life.
Important
Well,
airbending.
no, they'll only fly once.
It'll still be for the rest of their life.
That's true.
And
Okay.
I will bring Shu over to the other two, and my brain had a moment. He handed over the like broken little piece to me.
He has it. I don't know if you had attempted to take it from him, or if he.
I mean,
he
I'd
just
ask
kind of
him if
showed
he's
it
willing.
to you.
I'd ask if he's willing to give it to me. It might help us. It might help us find who did this. It'd actually be a really big help if you did.
I want to make you roll for this.
Sure. I'm not
Please?
trying. That's probably the best one for it. Either
Yeah.
that, or maybe this would count as guide and comfort.
That or help, right?
I'm thinking I'll go with plead on this one. I think.
It's okay. That's same stat either way. Woo! Got a 10.
Okay,
Full
yeah,
hit.
he gives it to you. He gives it to you. He gives it to you, and he basically says, okay, if you really think it'll make me become a hero, I guess you can have this weird stone I found.
Ooh.
And I get to what's this kid's balance? Because I get to shift it.
His balance is something that I didn't think about until just now.
Well, I'm gonna push him towards being a nicer kid, whichever of the two that makes sense for it.
Sure, I think that's a good idea. Definitely, I think some of your airbender wisdom has rubbed off on him, and he might not be as much of an asshole now.
We'll find out.
Okay, is there anything you want to do with this newly acquired Talisman that you found?
I mean, well, first I would walking him over to the temple where the ruined temple where the other two are, and can you show me where they were here last night? And also greeting the other two, it's like, hello. Can you show me where they were here last night?
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet a sister of the Western Air Temple. And she's just gonna, Jai's gonna kind of start inspecting your robes a little bit. She might be getting a little too close for comfort, but she's really interested in these, like, in the different spiritual customs and different clothings and things like that. So,
Fair enough.
Western
She may-
tribe lick each other.
He doesn't have enough self-confidence to stop her, so that's just gonna happen.
I think Dorley is gonna like look over Mr. Chime and be like, "Well, I don't believe that we've ever been acquainted, and I don't know if I've ever met anybody of your caliber. I suppose a correct word to announce say it. Anyway, regardless, it's good to meet you. My name is Dorley.
Hello, Dorley. I am Sister Chime of the Western Air Temple, and give the little bow, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And you as well. I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
oh, it's Jai. Thank you so much. It's so kind. It's so lovely to meet a real live airbender. I don't know if any of you are familiar, but air nomads are very when they're in town, people go nuts because they don't see them a lot. They're very, like, selective and secretive, and so every time there's one where you don't expect them to be, people can get pretty invested in them.
It's gonna be great
Yeah,
for
so
my anxiety.
Shu is gonna kind of run over to actually where you found that piece of fabric earlier, Dora, and he's gonna kind of be like, which is kind of close to the entrance of the temple, and well, they were all kind of gathering around here, and then they did some stuff, and then there was like a spark, and then they all kind of ran away, and the spark was really scary, so I just ran back to the village, and then all of a sudden that spirit was coming down and destroying everything.
And this was about what time last night?
I don't know. The sun had already gone down. The moon was really high in the sky. It was way after curfew for sure.
This one loves to raise a little heck, don't you? Don't you? I can just tell. Spitfire.
Yeah. I used to hate this town, but Chima over here told me I could be a hero, so.
If you really are dedicated to a path like that, then I suggest heading back to town and seeing who else that you can help today. A little bit each day, and you'll be a hero before you know it.
He's gonna kind of look at the little piece of leaf that Chamu put on his collar earlier, and is gonna be like, you know what? I guess you're right. And he's gonna kind of like scamper off back down towards the village.
Hopefully he actually gets there.
We'll
Or
see.
is eaten by a walrus yak. Whatever.
No.
One of those things could happen for sure.
That rogue band of walrus yak just taking out people.
Possessed
threat.
by the spirit from last night.
Evil.
Evil walrus yaks attack again to make cheese.
Yeah, Jai is gonna kind of be like, again, kind of like in your space, and she's gonna notice that you're holding this thing in your hands, and she's gonna be like, oh, oh, the spirits of Yang Chen, look at this. And she's gonna take, it's the same devilish energy I felt earlier from what was it that you had, dear?
That thing that I got.
Do you still have it on you, or?
I do got that thing on me. I got that thing on me.
Are we talking about the same thing?
The little
You
tapestry
just have it
piece.
tucked
Well,
into
it's
like the back of your pants with the eyes sticking out the back.
I think she like put it to the side, but it's still like it within touching distance.
Okay. Do you pull it out? Do you show it, or what?
I'm gonna grab it and be like, "Yeah, I found this old thing. I don't really know. It does kind of have a little bit of a creepiness to it, but I'm not 100% positive. And sometimes I don't like to judge a book by its cover."
Sure. Well, you do notice as you kind of inspect the two items, they have the same sort of symbol on them. So they're definitely connected in some way.
Well, it looks like we got ourselves a connection.
Yes, I imagine that they're probably a symbol for whatever group did this, which is concerning that they are organized enough to have a symbol, even. Oh dear.
Well, I don't know much about no organizations, but if you think it's bad energy, I mean, that seems kind of like something you might know a lot about. Where I'm from, we kind of judge things differently, I'd say. A little less scientific like.
I don't think I've ever heard someone refer to the air nomad ways as scientific like.
I don't know how to say it. You just got it a little less unrefined, I guess you might say. But it suits me just fine.
Alright. Now that I've got this scrap of cloth and whatever this disc is, I would like to try and rely on my skills and training to get perhaps some spiritual insight into the bad juju that is being felt.
Okay. Give me that roll. Give me
Bam! 12.
damn.
I'm doing great.
You are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are attuned to this kind of thing for sure. You can tell that this is that there is some dark spiritual energy coming off of these two items, particularly the sort of token stone that you have. There is definitely a bunch of energy coming off of that for sure.
With that roll and my knowledge, is there a way for me to reasonably like hack these away in a way that so the bad juju doesn't like get out? Like, trying to think of the word, like a spirit bag or something, like
A seal.
seal. Thank you. Brain, not word. Good. Make.
All the Wallachak got to you, got to you. You forgot the word seal.
Exactly. I spent too much time talking to Shu, and now I don't know how things work anymore. So that like
little
we
ones
can,
will throw your head like that.
yeah. Basically, I just wanted to make sure we can carry these things safely without being influenced by terrible dark energy.
I don't think it's less that they are going to corrupt you, and it is more of just the fact that they are, you know what I mean? They are
exposed to bad juju.
Yeah, exactly. The cloth a little bit, but especially the sort of talisman token thing. That one almost feels like, I don't know, kind of like like it could have had more energy in it, but because it's broken, that energy has since dissipated. So
Okay.
it's kind of like a dead battery almost.
Then I will ask the person who's probably still very much in my personal space. I'm going to guess probably no, but have you seen this symbol anywhere before on someone?
Not really to my knowledge, although I haven't seen. It's possible that the elders might know more about it than I do, to be honest with you.
Then I will go consult with them again. Thank you for your assistance. Would you like to come with Dora, or are you willing to perhaps hand over the scrap to me if you'd prefer to stay here?
I mean, you seem right trustworthy. I just don't want nothing bad to happen to you.
I will say that you and Jai have pretty much covered the temple and the talismans that you had come up here to sort of deal with. So you're pretty much done doing that task. So if you did want to head back to the village with Chime, it wouldn't be like a problem.
Well, me accompany you. I do not mind tagging along if you don't mind. I'm good company, I promise.
I'm sure. We'll start to head back towards town with something of a quickness, as there are now an organization of bad people, semi-confirmed.
That's
Before the
true.
scene changes.
You have found remnants of a possible group that might have been the reason that the spirit had attacked.
A conspiracy.
Yeah, something along those lines for sure. I will say maybe this is a good time to take a break, and then we can come back and
Find out what the
break.
others were doing while I was trying
Find
to
out
talk
while the
Shu
others
down.
Just something to
Okay.
say across to
As-
everybody. If you are within the sound of my voice, please refresh your stream because the Shadows of Nox stream is now an affiliate stream. And you get to see the full updated features of Shadow of Nox when you refresh the stream itself. You can now subscribe and take part. I don't think any emotes have been uploaded yet, but
Not yet,
wait,
but
no.
I'm working on that hard, and
so
I'm live now. So everybody, thank you. Anyone who does, thank you very much for supporting Shadows of Nox. This is Teslan, the guy behind the scenes, setting stuff up.
Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. That's
Good.
exciting.
Oh, and standard streamer spiel. If you have an Amazon Prime account, for example, if you say are watching Legends of Vox Machina or anything that's coming out soon, you get one free Twitch subscription every month. If you want to, you can go ahead and sign in there. You have to go to gaming.prime.com and connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account. But again, you have to, and you will have to renew it every month. Just something to put out there. If anyone out there within the sound of our voices does have an Amazon Prime account, is not using it on a different stream, you can go ahead and just subscribe. It does the same thing as a normal subscription to Shadow of Nox, except it's just Bezos paying instead of you, which make Bezos pay them money.
Well, that's
Yes.
that's a good little hack for people who are, little dummies like me.
Make Uncle Amazon pay.
make
It's-
Uncle Amazon pay. Okay.
If I had that power, I wouldn't be doing this.
Oh, or with Amazon.
I'd be very wealthy.
Since I interrupted things, I will do the. They'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks. Taking them a break.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming back. We're back, and we're gonna shift gears and kind of focus on the other characters of the story that we've kind of left back in the village for a little bit. So we're gonna start with how about Masaru?
What's up?
Masaru, you said you've just been kind of running around doing things for people, just taking sort of little odd jobs here and there, running, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. So you've been kind of hurled into helping one of the town fishermen. His name is Kaibo. He is big burly man in his 40s. He's got a booming laugh, boundless optimism. He's well liked by a lot of the villagers, and he is helping with the with sort of the food bank situation going on. So he's bringing in fish, and he's asking you to kind of take them to and from the where, as I said, where they're kind of like giving them out to the people so that he can, keep the village fed.
So I'm running from the dock to the food bank.
Yeah, kind of back and forth.
Cool. This is training. So for me, it's like run, run, run. How long did it take me this time? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Wow, already back for more, huh?
Yeah. I need another bag. Come on. I gotta do 3 more in the next like 5 minutes. Gotta get that training wherever I can fit it in.
Sure. Okay. Here you go. And he's going to toss you another sack of fish to take up to the to the bank.
Excellent. Once the bag is roughly in his grip, he's gonna start running again, and he's gonna be like, "Gotta go. Excuse me. Pardon me." Like doing that whole like dodge thing because he's practicing his footwork, dodging through people.
All right. Don't trip now.
That's the goal. Bye.
Okay. So you're gonna head up to the food bank where I think Chamu and Polishen are still hanging around.
Probably at that point.
At least Polishen is.
Yeah.
I think
Masaru,
Chamu.
slow down before you hurt yourself.
At least Polishen is.
I mean, most of my day usually consists of trading, so I gotta fit it in somewhere, right? Here's another bag of fish.
Training is fine. Don't hurt yourself or others. Take your time. Do the job properly. Train around it. Don't sacrifice the job for the training.
I haven't dropped any fish yet. That's like part of the whole thing. I'm running behind, and he's doing that whole like jog in place thing to keep up his heart rate.
Yet is the imperative. Or slower. Also, we're done with this wave. He can start stockpiling down there if he wants.
Right. Wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be taking the fish that they're salting, or did they move the salting station?
He turns and you see like he's got like the kids set up in like a factory, like military procession. Like they're all like they've all got like different variations of twig based military units on their chest. As he's got like just the kids like going like full on the end of I'll make a man out of you from Mulan, just like working in stations to help prepare everything. And he's like, we've got this here, we're fine. If there's stuff that needs to happen down towards the towards the docks, they can start working that way.
Oh well, there's still more fish to deliver, I think.
Okay, then deliver it carefully, like shouting carefully as Monster's probably just running.
Yeah, he's gonna salute and then go running off again.
That child's trying to tear out here like lightning.
He's real passionate about fish.
He's real passionate about it.
As he runs by like several people, he's like, "Hi, how you doing? Bye, hi." Real high energy, just trying to keep it up. Part of the reason why he's trying to stay high energy is because if he's high energy, he's making it look like everything's going to be okay. He's hoping that'll kind of like pass on to other people who aren't necessarily having a great day because, their town just got destroyed.
Meanwhile, Polishen is going on the premise of If you stay calm, people will remain calm around you. So going slow and even and calm is the way to go. As we yin yang our way around this.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna stick with Masaru still for a little bit. Masaru, you get back to the docks, and you notice that Kaibo. He's sort of standing near the edge of the dock, and he's got like a little bit of a puzzled look on his face.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I could have sworn that there were two other boats docked here last night. I might just be losing my mind. That all that weird spiritual energy around here is really just throwing everything off.
I don't know. I don't know what was at the docks last night. I wish I could tell you. I was too busy helping people, and you know, he's gonna like away from boats and wood, like do that whole like firebender like stance punch and flames. I was doing that, fighting off some of those evil spirits.
If you're so into training, you might want to check out one of the old retired soldiers that lives in town, Bao. He's really into training up the youngins and making sure that they're ready to defend.
That sounds like it might be a good idea. Are we done with the fish? Are we good? Because
are you going to relay the information that that they don't need any more fish?
Oh, yeah, he's asking. It's like, are we good with the fish? Are there any more? It has slipped his mind until he gets a bag. Until he says either we're out of fish or he gets a bag, and he's like, oh wait, they said they didn't need any more.
Well, I could round up another bag for you if they need it up there. Do they need more still?
No, they're done. I was just wondering if you had any more.
I mean, I have a little bit if you want to take what I have.
I might take that actually up to the kitchen, because I think they probably could. What time is it? Like if I look at the position of the sun, approximately what time is it?
I would say it's maybe a little past noon, maybe like early afternoon.
Okay, yeah, they could probably start prepping that for dinner early if there's some extra ones, but not enough for a bag for salting. They might actually have work for me there since you're done with fish.
Yeah, I think for now we might be sure.
Awesome. So he's gonna take whatever fish is left and run towards wherever they've set up shop to do the large meals for people, since there's probably a lot of homes that are damaged and stuff like that.
Yeah, you pass through the town. There's a few exactly what you're saying. There's people just kind of like getting debris out of their homes. There's just a whole bunch of rebuilding sort of going on, and you notice there is a we'll say you bring the fish back to where you're trying to take them to, and I'm going to switch gears a little bit to Cha. What are you doing right now?
I think he's in the process of getting other people round up, trying to find out what happened to Shu, because he sent him out and he hasn't come back yet, unless he has.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you see Shu kind of walking down the hill from the temple towards the back towards the village.
Hey, Shu, I got more work for you.
Oh, really? What kind of work this time? He might be looking for another a chance to goof off, though. You never know.
I need you to do something important.
Important?
Our troops have been, back and forth. And a couple of them got sick from last night's dinner. And I need someone to take up a place. Do you want to take up a place? It's just patrol. It's boring walking around the middle of a forest, keeping your eyes out. That hero work that no one wants to do.
Hero work? I might be interested.
Well, it'll get you a little bit better than what you're eating down in the town. Not to say that they're eating poorly, just we're eating a little bit fresher.
Okay. I can. Sure, if you think it'll make people think of me like hero.
Well, knowing that you're out there will bring a comfort to everyone. Right? It's just patrol. I think you can handle it. If you see something, you're to tell the squad leader. Your squad leader is young, and he will be looking out for you. I've already sent someone else to let him know that Ji can go take his rest, so that he doesn't continue to get sick and get anyone else sick. And you're going to be taking G's spot. You're just to report to him if you see something out of the ordinary. Anything. Okay, bye. Go. Like anything.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna kind of scamper off after you tell him that. Is there anything else you want to do? Are you you're just kind of hanging
Just
out,
being the
directing-
middleman, just trying to
middleman.
direct traffic and make sure people are getting where they need to be, making sure that they take breaks. If someone's injured, that they're being taken care of. Like, it's just keeping everything cohesive.
Sure.
Probably head down and check with Poli, make sure he doesn't need anything, or if he wants to take a break, let him take over directing traffic. Right, Poli? Would you like to direct traffic? Would you like to wrangle the cats for like 45 minutes and I'll take over the kitchen? Give you a break?
When you say that, when you show up and say that, Polly's gonna look at you first and just kind of like stare at you evenly and go, "How did that aide de camp I sent you work out?"
Good. I sent him up to the temple, and on his way back, I sent him to take over G's position. G got sick. Yang knows that he's coming, so
And
covered.
What did you send him to the temple for?
Oh, to just to get him out of my hair, really. Well, I sent him up there to check on the people who were taking care of the guardian, but I figured they were busy and they'd forget to eat. I never did check with him.
Oh, yeah, I will say that. Like, as you have that moment of thing, like when Poli leans forward and says, "And what was his report?"
He didn't report. I just sent him off, You know what? I'll go get him.
No, don't worry.
Uh,
I'll take care of it, Cha.
Okay.
You sit down and take a break.
Polly, are you calling? Are you calling Chamu out?
Let's do it this way. And I ask for a very important reason. What are Cha's balance aspects?
His balance.
Support and leadership.
Yeah. Support and leadership. Thank you.
I want to do this not as a mean calling out, but as a you are tired, take care of this in the future kind of situation. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder, realizing that Cha probably has not eaten himself since last night, from everything. Like it's one of those things of, Cha's probably gotten things. So basically, putting him down into a seat, having Corporal Sock, we'll say that his cousin, because his cousin's actually a hard worker, Corporal Sock to run him some food, and then basically just patting the thing of saying, remember, giving orders without resolution is the same as not giving an order at all.
Right. If I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of the others.
And what I am going to do,
Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's what I do on that. Okay, never mind. So I was just reading over the how my actual character works, and the insanity that comes from that. So basically it says when the PC embraces your guidance and comfort. That's the actual basic move then, isn't it? All right. So do I try that move, or sorry, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, if you're trying to use your move, I'm assuming you're using let's see here, the
Wisdom of the Ages part where it says when the PC embraces your guidance and comfort, you may shift towards experience to declare them a protege. It's the one in the moves part. It's the actual bit of.
Yeah, he's trying to use one of his modifications to the comfort and guide move.
Yeah, if you look at the Wisdom of Ages on the left-hand side of the sheet.
okay.
Yeah, it's right before where it says my proteges. If the PC embraces your guidance and comfort, you may shift towards experience to declare them protege. I write their name and one of their principles down below on my little protege list, and then if they ever shift towards that in the future, then I get my growth point. Going forward.
Okay. Well, let's see if he embraces your guidance and comfort. So you have to roll that for me, which I believe is
that harmony?
Yeah, it'll be off of
your harmony. Oh, which is huge. So you'll hit this probably.
I don't know.
that's
never mind.
That'll do. A 12.
It's a full hit.
Absolutely. So they on a full hit, since they on a 10 plus, if they embrace your guidance and comfort, you may also shift their balance. So I mean, I guess we'll ask Chu. Chu, are you gonna accept their Cha, are you gonna accept their guidance and comfort?
I am, because I've been wrangling cats since last night.
All right.
And in fact, I've been wrangling cats since yesterday, when the post get handed over to me, so that we had, rotational guard and stuff. But apparently, I screwed up somewhere and didn't eat last night, and I haven't eaten today.
Wow. My goodness.
I'm starving.
Yeah, so I basically we get onto that. I say move towards leadership because that's where I'm kind of pushing you towards, of kind of putting the steps. And then I will head out. I would know where G's was stationed, because this was instructions I had put down before, or at least had worked with him before to do. So I would start heading out to see if I can catch Shu on the patrol.
Okay. And then you shift your balance another one towards experience, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're at a current +2. Okay.
What is that? When do I roll those?
Those are going to come into play possibly a little bit later.
Gotcha.
So this might come into play if you go too far on one direction, you could lose your balance, and then that can kind of take you out of certain events of the story. Think of the balance meter as like kind of like a pseudo health bar.
Gotcha.
You don't really want to go too far in one direction or in the other. You kind of want to stick towards your balance, or else you start to mark conditions once you're.
I get special, different conditions than everyone else. I get special old man conditions.
You actually can also use your balance in certain situations to substitute a roll. But it has to be in line with that particular principle, and you have to mark a fatigue to do so.
Gotcha. So yeah,
Thank you.
I did not read the part about shifting to experience, otherwise I wouldn't have started towards experience, but we're here now, and that kind of fits for the character. So yeah, I will leave Cha surrounded by my small army of child soldiers that are currently working factory style to salt fish, and I will go wandering off into the forest to try to find the wayward child.
I start inadvertently, out of bad habit, making tea for the children.
Okay.
Because I can't sit still. So like he sits still long enough to eat and have his own cup of tea, and the second it's done, he's like, I should make some for the kids.
Sure. I'll say, Poe, as you head towards the as you head up that way, you do see Sister Chime and
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I'll look for Shu. I'll also look for anybody to report anything, because no one's actually come back to Poe. Like, the only person Poe has seen from the organization he's been a part of has been Masaru, running fish. So like he's just been working all day on his own stuff in the corner, which Poe is not very used to. Poe is supposed to be in charge of everything, and the fact that he is no longer in charge is not like it's not grating on him, but it's more of the
He feels out of place?
Yeah, absolutely. He feels unbalanced.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm writing down Persia list real quick because I forgot to do that. So yes, if he sees Chime and Dorley, looking like they're looking for someone to talk to kind of situation, because that is something you can also clock of these are looking for an adult in charge. This is the even adults get this, where they're looking for an adultier adult. So if he sees that look of them, he will stop on his way and say, "Is there assistance you require?"
What was that?
You know what? Screw it. I'm old enough. Kneels down, looks you in the face, and in like not good but passable swamp slang. Y'all need help with this? With anything?
That is so sweet of you to ask.
Oh, bless your heart.
Now, I don't really. Well, I was working with this here air nomad, and we were trying to get to look around at some stuff. What do you think?
What was the name of the elders I spoke to earlier?
There are two elders that are kind of like the head elders of the village. There is Jinhai and Mei Lin. Jinhai is one of the most oldest and respected figures in Senlin village. Long silver beard, their body marked by scars of a life that they've lived within the balance of nature, has been the village's spiritual guide for decades, possesses a deep knowledge of the spirit world and the ancient temple. Although he keeps much of it secret, fearing what may happen if certain truths are revealed. So he's there's him, and then there's Mei Lin. Mei Lin is quiet, reserved woman who prefers the company of books and scrolls over people. She oversees the village's small archive of historical texts, many of which chronicle the ancient temple and legends within. Though not a spiritual leader, she is one of the most knowledgeable individuals of Senlin regarding the village's history and the old ruins.
Gotcha. Then in answer to the question, like, yes, do you know where Elder Jinha or Mei Lin have gotten to?
I do believe they are at the central tree still. What is the matter, if I may ask?
I believe we may have found some clues to what caused this, so I was going to follow up with them to perhaps get some more information.
May I walk with you?
Sure. And Sister Shimei will start moving in the direction that they were told that they were probably at.
Yeah, start walking along with them and basically trying to strike up the conversation, get what information he can, before leaving them with the elders. Would Shimei share anything, or no? Is it going to be elders' eyes only?
Well, I mean, you can try.
It's also like what questions are you asking? Like how, like what are you saying?
Basically, just and can I, Brutus, buddy, come on. Just asking if if you're coming from the if I find out you came from the temple, did you find anything there? A colleague of mine had sent off a runner named Shu to get information from the temple, but the report got lost on its way back. And basically just trying to see, is there anything that you could have enlightened me onto the report?
Found Shu up a tree.
Okay.
Seemed to be a disrespectful little guy.
I think he's just confused.
Also true.
Being young is very confusing.
He stares down at the two children, looking him in the face, saying being young is very confusing. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and has that like a slight moment of softening, and looks down and says, yes, but you need to embrace your youth as well. It's important.
Gonna get a very confused look, just like, what the old man talking about? Confused. Then we'll realize that you are an old man. Have you? And we'll all know it's like, have you seen the symbol before? Actually, Dora, would you show the cloth? It's
Oh yeah,
intact.
I found this here spooky looking tapestry. So if you want to take a look at it, I just know that some people that had some bad juju on it, and I don't necessarily want to mess with that, but I also do want to assist with that. And she like holds up the little piece of cloth.
And you found this down there yonder?
Oh yeah.
Just in the center of everything, or was it just nearby?
Where was it? It was like right by. It was on the temple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like right on the temple entrance, if I remember correctly.
That's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted to say that before I started just spouting off things. Now, no, I found it right on the entrance of that old temple, and I tried to show it to somebody who was more familiar with the area, and she was quite taken aback, I guess you would say.
Oh, were you talking about Jai?
Yeah, she did not like it, and
Oh. Bless her heart. She's got herself some ideas on things.
don't they all?
Do I recognize the symbol at all? Being multi-decade operative of the White Lotus, who has been doing this round of the Avatar effed up, so we've been picking up for him in the background as, you know, doing those cycles for years now. Is this something I have seen, or is there a role I can make to know if I have seen this?
I don't know if this is really the you can maybe do a rely on your skills and training.
Okay.
That's going to be your focus.
Oh, good. That has a 0 in it, because everything that's not why isn't everything not harmony? Everything should be harmony. I'm very harmonious. Okay, yeah, no, absolutely no idea.
Yeah, you do not recognize the symbol, but I mean, it is possible if you bring it to the village elders, they might have some sort of an idea of where it could be from.
He'll turn back to Chime and go, "May I make a request of you?"
You can always ask.
After reporting this to the elders and getting the information you have, the colleague of mine who is in charge here in Senlin, Shamu, should be still with the children by the whatever the area that, you know, where I've been setting up my small army of child fishmongers.
The camp kitchen.
The camp kitchen to help feed people. If you could also give that information to him as well. I am going to go track down Shu before Shu gets up a different tree.
That might be safe.
Okay. It sounds like to me you're not going to follow them to where the elders are at. You're
I
gonna
am
keep
not.
looking for
Though
Shu.
when I leave, I will do like the proper like hand and bow to an air nomad monk, or yeah, is done to Chime. And then, you know, basically, you know, thanking him, thanking her, and then but yeah, then I will split off.
I'd like you to roll me a passion.
Ooh.
Me?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. That was a hit with a 7.
No, you're fine. You're good. You do the bow correctly.
Fear my
it's maybe
grandpa
not
powers.
Okay. I thought this might be interesting to see if you actually do it correctly or if you do it wrong.
You think this is the first air nomad I've met? Back in my day, they clouded the sky like pigeons. But then yes, I will then peel off to go find Shu. If you want to follow them to the elder, or if you want to follow me to Shu, I'm not sure where the camera's going.
If I want to follow you, I'm no one.
No, the camera. Wherever the camera's going, or if the camera wants to follow them to the elders or follow me to Shu, I'm not sure what you want to do.
I think we should go to the elders, honestly. We're getting close to where we might call this in a minute, so I think getting to the elders is probably a better idea.
Okay. Also, quick thing before we go to the elders, just a reminder, as it is spooky season, you can do hashtag spooky snack in the chat up to 2 times. That will get your name registered for a drawing at the end of the month. You can do it up to 2 times per Shadow of Nox stream. So go ahead and get those in chat, people.
Okay.
See, Brutus is telling you to do it too.
Thanks, Brutus.
Thanks, Brutus. All right. Yeah, we're gonna sort of shift gears a little bit, and we're gonna head back towards the tree in the center of town, where the 2 village elders are sitting, kind of with their hands and like just kind of almost arguing back and forth about the state of the village. As Chime, as you walk up to them.
Okay. We'll go up and while they're arguing. Excuse me, honored elders, can I have a moment of your time?
They don't seem to have noticed that you're there.
Excuse me? Hello? Chime's just gonna look very confused what to do.
He's still with Chime, right?
Yeah, unless you
If
wandered
you came
off.
with her, yeah.
No, I did not. Okay, I'm gonna. Excuse me. Hello.
This is why it's important to have a loud friend.
Excuse me. My new friend here is trying to get your attention. So if y'all could quit your bickering for just a minute, so that she could have a conversation with you. It's important.
Yeah. Dora, how about you give me a plead roll, please? Or roll with harmony for me.
Plead with harmony.
Please, please.
Okay, yeah, you hit. They hear you.
I'm real loud. But I ain't as loud as my grandpappy.
They hear you, but they're not totally sure that what you have to say to them, specifically you, because you're the loud one that they heard. They're not really sure like what you have to say is really worth anything. So they're kind of listening to you, but they're kind of a little standoffish. A little standoffish to you, just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna say, listen, I reckon that you do not know me, and that is fine. I'm not the person of interest in this situation. Now, I know somebody that is quite respectable and has questions as well as I do, as well. And we would like some answers. So if you could please just take a second to take a look at this. And then, like, I think Dorley is going to, like, push Chime forward and be like,
God, no. Not attention.
yeah. Like, this here is my friend, and she is looking for some information for something that I done found up at the temple. And I'm not 100% sure that it's a good thing, because everybody's been having some negative reactions to it. So, I think it is for the best duty and honor of your village that you pay attention for a little bit. Then I will get off your back and leave you alone. Pinky swear.
Okay, they're gonna notice what you're saying, and they're gonna look and say, what? Okay, what? Is there something you have to show us? They're gonna notice you, Chime, and they're gonna say, did you take a look at the temple? Were you able to find anything up there?
Yeah, yes. Dora, if you could show them the design
Yeah.
again. And
She's gonna whip it out, and she's gonna be like, "Here it is. It's that scary-looking piece of fabric."
Are either of you aware of a group who came through with this symbol on their clothes or insignias or something like that?
Mei Lin is gonna notice she's gonna take the piece of cloth out of your hand, and she's gonna study it real close, and she's gonna say there might be something in her library that could point to this symbol. It's possible. It seems vaguely familiar to her.
If you could do so, I think it would be a great help. I believe they are connected to what happened to your guardian spirit.
Okay. Yeah. We can go take a look. Would you like to would you like to come with us?
If it would not be imposing.
No,
I suppose that I'm invited as well.
they're just gonna kind of look at you and go, sure. Yes, follow us. Well, I'll take you back to my library, and she's gonna kind of hustle you guys over that way. So now you guys are in her personal library. She's not sure where to look. I'm going to have you guys, just for the sake of rolling things, I'm going to have you guys roll and assess the situation, which is your creativity.
Well, that is where I got myself another hit.
Nope. I am not a very creative sister. I
did a
I
dump stat in creative, so
I get distracted by some ancient history that it's volume 2 of a 3-part series, and the monastery only had volume 1 and 3.
Yeah. Okay. So, Dora, you notice there is a scroll, kind of on the tip top little area of the, like deep in like a corner of the office that no one else is really able to see, but for some reason it sticks out to you, and you pull it out, and there is a symbol on it that matches the symbols that you guys found at the temple, and it references a group known as the Shadow Cabal.
well, that don't sound like a fun little party.
No, not typically.
No,
Dora's gonna be like,
No, not typically.
Shadow
It's not.
Cabal sounds not super fun. What were you saying? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. The Shadow Cabal is a group sort of bent on tipping the world out of balance through spirits. They somehow they've been able to harness spiritual energy to corrupt spirits. They're not really sure how they do it, but they seem to be old, though, like a really ancient civilization that should not be around anymore.
Well, looks like we might be dealing with some old stuff. But this feels like it's a ghost story, so what do we...
Maybe we should check to see if any of the merchants or people at the docks saw them come and go. They had to have gotten here somehow.
I mean, perhaps we should. Perhaps we should be finding somebody with some sort of information for us, because I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
No, that's you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I mean, Chume, you've sort of been hearing all of these sort of different stories, kind of similar to the one that kind of happened here at Senlin, of places that are typically pretty spiritually sound. All of a sudden, things are going awry. There's been a lot of vague rumors about possible attacks in other areas of the Four Nations, and so this could be a hint towards what you guys are looking for in terms of stopping those things from happening.
Right. We just have to find the Shadow Cabal.
The Shadow Cabal.
Which I'm sure is a group of lovely individuals that are just going to be so easy to find and communicate with.
Yeah, don't act like you wouldn't join a group called Shadow Cabal.
Maybe the
Well, nice.
Swampy Cabal.
When I start my evil cult, I'm naming the Happy-Go-Lucky Friends.
The Happy-Go-Lucky Friends.
I'm still a fan of the evil organization being called Love Muffin. Just saying.
Love Muffin.
You notice in the scroll that they also go by the name Love Muffin. No, okay. So now you guys have this information. Did you want to do anything else with it? Chime, you said maybe check out the docks or talk to some of the other villagers.
Yeah, find out if they noticed anyone with this symbol. It doesn't seem like they're doing a great job of hiding the fact they had it if a child saw it. And I suppose the old man did ask that I tell Cha about what's going on wherever, but they didn't really tell me where they were.
They
So.
told you exactly where Cha was.
Yes, but does Kit remember that?
No, that's because Kit's memory is Swiss cheese.
Okay. I'm going to say that you guys leave the library with this information, and I say you're gonna maybe so that you guys can all kind of be together in the moment of discovery. Our little run around ball of energy. Masaru is gonna run past you guys, and if anyone knows where Chamu is, he probably knows.
Yep. So he's just like do stops. What was I doing again? Right, the kitchens. Wasn't the old man supposed to be in the kitchens?
Standing in the street mumbling to yourself.
Yeah, he's just like he stopped, realized that he forgot what he was doing, and is like literally like doing that whole like I'm vaguely lost, but I know I had something I was doing.
Is Masaru having like a full-on Dragon Ball Z inner monologue, but out loud as he's just standing there?
Yeah, he's talking to himself out loud. Like he has stopped. He's doing this whole like.
Well, first I was down at the dock and I was helping the guy down there.
Oh right, the fish. Like he realizes last minute he's like holding a bag of fish. He's gonna see Chime, and he recognizes Chime because she's dressed very
Different than literally everyone
yes.
else.
I mean, he's dressed like a kid from the Fire Nation. So come on, she is obviously like him, not from here. He's gonna wave. Hi, Chime. How you doing?
Hello again. I was looking for Cha, if you know where they're at.
Seems like you're quite popular.
Cha. Cha was at the desk organizing things. I know where that is. Actually, where I'm going is on the way. So you want to follow me?
Yes, that should be fine.
Excellent. Hey, Swamp Girl, where's your possum chicken?
A possum chicken. Bow bow. Bow bow. Oh.
All of a sudden you hear down towards the docks, you hear our Kaibo the fisherman screaming, "No, get out of there! Get your little beak!" I'm not sure which mouth the possum chickens have.
There is one picture of a possum chicken in Avatar lore, and it is very hard to discern what it is.
It has a chicken head. No way. Come on.
It was the same with the walrus yak. It's a very
it has a
hard
possum
to
head.
discern.
It looks like it is a possum body with chicken legs and wings.
Okay. Hey, get your snout out of there. Those fish are for the people.
Oh.
This is at the dock, so if you wanna get Bao Bao, you're gonna have to head down there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be going up. Dorley is going to go on a
We're going down the road
Manhunt.
that way, and we're going to hang a right at the building with the red roof. If you want to catch up.
Okay, well, I gotta find myself my little companion. And I think she just goes on like a mad dash for her little buddy.
Immediately books it.
This is the
Okay.
most important thing.
Absolutely. You get down to the docks, and Kaibo is trying to wrangle this possum chicken, but it is quite a speedy little thing. It's ducking in and out and trying to steal fish and getting in the way.
He's a trickster.
He is. Are you gonna try and get in there in any way?
I'm gonna
or-
wrangle him. I'm gonna try to wrangle him. I'm gonna go, Bow Bow, come here.
I'm gonna have you rely on your skills and training, because I feel like this is your animal, so you probably have tried to do this once or twice.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll me a focus as you try to.
Oh, that's a miss.
Oh, well, it doesn't seem like you were able to grab Bao Bao, but he seems to run towards the back area of the docks. Back where Kaibo said that he could have sworn he remembered seeing 2 other boats in the dock the other day.
Well, I gotta get myself over there.
Yeah. Yeah, as you go and pick up, as you're trying to get your hands around Bao Bao to pick him up, you hear Kaibo kind of just like mutter to himself, like, I wonder where those boats had gone.
Interesting to hear. Well, I'm gonna be trying to get my little possum chicken. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna be like, Bow Bow, I got your favorite.
Cat.
I've got it's not cat. It's not cat. That's funny.
Wow,
I was gonna say
wow.
roast
Lottie
Yeah.
deals with a
meat.
pet. Dora deals with a pet.
Pets.
No, I was gonna say she has like roasted seaweed or something in her pocket.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I mean, at this point, Bao Bao sees you and sees the seaweed and kind of crawls back onto your shoulder.
I just
And-
pictured something trying to possum waddle with chicken legs, and my brain says no.
It's very
That's the
fun.
correct response.
it's the fun response.
Oh, Bow Bow. Like, you're gonna get yourself into a heap of trouble someday. But I am gonna run back and find everybody if I can get a hold of him.
Okay, you don't want to investigate the dock at all.
Oh no, I do. I was gonna just pass on the information, but if I can investigate more, yeah, let's do that.
Sure. Do you want to roll me and assess the situation?
Yeah.
Creativity.
Full hit.
All right, awesome. Yeah, on one of the docks, on one of the like sort of dock poles, you see another piece of purple cloth. Doesn't have this insignia on it, but it does look pretty similar to the one you found earlier.
I'm gonna snatch it. Snatch it.
Did you find something over there?
I think my companion, I think he might have messed up a few little things, so I'm just trying to clean up a little bit. I apologize.
Oh no, little missy, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Still, it's curious. I could have sworn there were 2 other boats sitting here last night.
And they just done up and
Just
left?
up and disappeared. I can't. It's just the weirdest thing. But everyone in the village is all present and accounted for.
Do you remember if these like ships had any old names or if they looked any specific way?
Oh, I mean,
look-
they were just casual fisher boats, just a way to get down the river, a way to kind of head towards down the coast. I mean, I don't know why they want to go back down that way. I mean, that's head down the coast. The first place you're going to run into is the swamp.
That's right. Well, thank you. What was your name again?
Oh, it's Kaibo.
Kaibo. Good to meet you. So sorry for any mess that my little friend here has caused. I'm going to go find some companions. Thank you so much for your time.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
She's gonna go find everybody because she's got the dish.
Cool. You head over to where Masaru told you that they might be. And I don't know who's all there. Probably Masaru, Chime. Is Cha there? Was he? Did he end up being where they thought he was?
I mean, is he currently serving tea to a bunch of children? Yes, he is.
Oh no! What we're doing is we're trying to gather everybody together in one place. So we're basically meeting up where you've taken over.
Yeah, the kitchen.
Holy Shen's ability, his spot, and we're gonna send one of the kids. Hey, go get the old man.
And they bring back me.
Well, you're already there. What I'm referring to is the old man who's been organizing them.
The other old, the even older man.
He took over for me and went to go check on delegating things. Yeah. Sorry,
AKA,
I've been really
AKA
busy.
explanation for all of the players to be together in one place.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to bypass any explanation and go, the group is now a group.
Everyone's here. All right, awesome. Does anybody want to give the information of what they've learned here today?
Yes. Dorley is gonna go. When I was down there trying to find my little friend here, I heard that there was 2 boats that mysteriously disappeared. I got another piece of weird fabric that looks like that weird fabric that we found earlier, minus the bad juju sign. And then they were saying that it looked like those boats would have just gone upstream toward the swamp, which is curious, I suppose.
Swamp, you say? Curious indeed.
How long have the boats been missing?
They said they left last night. They were here yesterday, and then they're not here anymore. So I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. The fisherman mentioned that earlier. I didn't think anything of it.
Well, it is pretty
Okay.
curious, all things considering, especially since I found this here piece of fabric.
I've been too tired delegating and routing the shifts. I forgot to ask important questions.
It's fine.
Checklists. I need checklists.
Sister Chime, did you come here under your own power, or do you have one of your companion animals?
I came here with a friend. Yes.
Is it the friend that most air nomads have, or is it something? I think he says, like, when you say with a friend, is it friends most nomads have, or is it, and then like Bao Bao screams in the possum chicken way, or is it possibly another type of animal?
No. Trinket is a sky bison.
I hate to ask this again, but may we borrow you and Trinket? It's the only way we're going to catch up to them.
No. That makes sense. And then Chime will go outside and blow on her handy dandy sky bison whistle, which is an established Avatar canon of things.
Absolutely is. And Ms. Dorley, Dorley, we're gonna need ourselves a bit of a guide here in the locals.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
show us around?
Yeah, I would be pleased to. Ain't nobody can get back and forth from the swamp like me.
All right, that should be all set. Masaru, he like again catches himself and cleans up his voice a bit and goes, Masaru, can you go ahead and go around? And like he's halfway through giving this order to Masaru before remembering he's not the one that's supposed to be giving these orders now.
I temporarily put you back in charge.
Masaru, say goodbye to your master. Clear up what we need to get. We'll be leaving within the hour.
Oh, sweet.
If you can you pack us up some snacks?
I can do that. I know the ladies in the kitchen.
No, don't worry, Masaru. And then he turns around and like starts bellowing orders in like full military, like not quite Joe Sergeant meanness, but Joe Sergeant volume, and just sends the kids scattering to make packs.
You also know you can't give Masaru 2 tasks.
Yeah, no, Masaru gets 1 task.
I'm just envisioning children setting teacups down and like getting to it. Because I was having a tea party with them.
Yeah.
And like some snacks.
They were getting their union mandated break.
Yeah.
I do want to ask a question before we wrap up this session, because that is the sort of kind of natural place I wanted to end it, was knowing that this group might be headed towards the swamp, and Doralee, that's your home. And you did mention, Cha, that are you feeling a little guilty or insecure about your sort of lack of leadership here?
I think there's a little bit of everything going on. It's been a very hectic like couple of days. First of all, he was kind of surprised at being given the honor of leading the group, and then having that thing happen over the evening, and having to fend attacking spirits off from the village. That's and then overworking himself to the point of not pass out exhaustion, but just like loopy
Mental exhaustion.
So mentally exhausted that he's forgotten to eat. He's made a poor choice of, sending a child to do errands.
Yeah.
This should have been left up to like a soldier. Like, I
think I'm gonna have you mark insecure on your conditions, and you might have to start off figuring out a way to clear that condition when we meet up next time for Avatar Legends. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
So fun.
Like Clock said, make sure you use your Prime sub on us. Make sure you put that hashtag in the comments to get yourself into those fun giveaways. And we'll see everybody next time.
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time.